As humans belonging to different social groups, the networks of relationships we form can prove to be essential in our personal lives as well as in community development. The ways we trust the members of our shared communities is related to the idea of social capital. IUK's campus is just one example of a community with high social capital. Here, students are connected because they share in a common goal.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm sorry to ask you this, but can I borrow a pencil?
Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, I just got a marker.
Oh, I guess that works. Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
Hey, man, I'm sorry to ask you this, but can I borrow a pencil? Holy shit.
Excuse me, could you tie my shoe? Social capital can be described as the ways of measuring trust and social norms within a community. This idea, while appearing relatively new in the world of cyberculture, actually draws its roots from early thinkers such as Alexis de Tocqueville in Democracy in America and James Madison in the Federalist Papers. This idea is centered around association and common goals, which are seen as driving forces in things such as democracy, general civic engagement, and other networks of shared support and resources.
Okay, so I'm here to talk about some of the underlying assumptions inherent in the idea of social capital. Now, we all know that common goals and mutual association are positive things for any community. But one of the things that the idea of social capital assumes is that there is no such thing as scarcity. Scarcity is the idea that there's only so much for so many people at any given time. And again, as I said, social capital assumes that what is good for one person is also good for the other person. And by the concept of scarcity, we know that this is not the case. If person A has enough resources to get by, then chances are person B is going to have less resources than they do. Again, there's only so much to go around. The second assumption of social capital is the idea that individuals do not act in their own self-interest, which anyone who spends any time out in reality sees that this is in fact the case. Individuals act in their own self-interest. Now, if an individual chooses to associate with somebody else for their mutual benefit, that is all well and good, but generally, individuals act in their own self-interest.
I'm here to talk about the three core components of social capital. They are bonding, bridging, and linking. Bonding social capital refers to relationships among members of a network who are similar in some form. It's like your members of a frat house, sorority house, even disaster victims can fit in this category. Bridging social capital refers to relationships among people who are dissimilar in a demonstrable fashion, such as age, socioeconomic status, race, ethnicity, and education. Basically, your community as a whole. Linking social capital is the extent to which individuals build relations with institutes or individuals who have relative power over them. Getting in good with a boss, getting to know the administrator, director of your school before you apply, things of that nature. Bridging and linking social capital offer pathways to longer-term survival and widening neighborhood and community revitalization.
There are many studies today that revolve around social capital. The two I will be discussing is about gaming and Facebook. Gamers report that the social side of gaming is important to them and one of the main reasons why they engage in gaming. Gaming as well as other online activities have been shown to increase bridging social capital. Early research on the internet assumed that spending more time online translated into less time on social activities, thus reducing one's ability to build and maintain social capital. Facebook today represents an extremely popular form of internet communication, which people dedicate for approximately 30 minutes a day. Facebook allows users to gain knowledge, build linkages, and coordinate actions. More recent research has concluded that the internet in general and Facebook in particular are beneficial to building and maintaining social capital.
As my colleague mentioned previously, social capital is an immensely important concept in cyberculture. As he said, online interactions and social media are a great way to grow social capital, especially between individuals who do not share a common geographic location, socioeconomic status, or any of the other similarities that often preclude the building of social capital. In a sense, the advent of social media has led to the idea of community to change from simply meaning those people in your general geographic location to anyone with whom you can connect and build social capital with. With the internet, the whole world is one big community, so long as that person has access to the internet. One thing that was not mentioned previously, but is still relevant, is the idea of fragmentation. Fragmentation deals with the notion that individuals who receive all of the entertainment and information that they could want when they want it are more likely to become secluded or walled off from the rest of the world. This is one negative effect that social media has had on culture and cyberculture, and unfortunately this is an issue that arises with any form of media. All in all, I would say that the internet has led to an increased building of social capital across national, language, and ethnic barriers, and has had an enormous impact on cyberculture.